Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. We're going to try this again. Hey guys, I am Tina Cannon. I am your fashion concierge, your stylist, your fashion designer, your closet organizer, your doula. I'm that chick you call when you need somebody to do some stuff. Quick live on branding yourself as you are a creative in your business. Couple of tips to becoming a vital person in your niche. No matter what you do as a creative person, you have to brand yourself. Long ago, it used to be you worked for a company for 1,000 years and you work on branding for them and you wore their t-shirts, cups, mugs, and you promoted the hell out of their businesses, but a lot of those businesses are closing. So now as creatives, we're having to have at least 7 streams of income just to make the life that we want. So to become a vital person so that you're not so easily influenced, you need to stand out in a way that makes sense and not just as a person who stands for a function, like actually as a person who does great work and someone who people need in their lives. Above any one person is skill. A lot of people have strayed away from going to do technical skills because they wanted the high paying job, but a lot of those jobs, when you leave college, don't have nowhere to place you. So tip number 1, hey everybody, hey Christine, thank you for joining. I hope you guys are having a beautiful Monday. Monday is one of my favorite days to kind of come in. It's technically my off day. Sundays and Mondays are my off days, but those are the days that I really, really enjoy because it's when I really get the most work done. Starting off the week strong with your blog post, starting them out with articles or anything that has something to do with your writing or being able to manifest the things that you want where you have to put pen to paper is very important on Mondays. It's like a manifesting time for me. And a lot of people that I know that are bloggers, writers, authors, business owners, even real estate agents. So the first tip is know that you, your lifestyle, and etc., like things like that make up your brand. People think that their brand is just their logo or the colors that they use. But if you are a high-end brand, how that brand looks, how the logo looks, how the signage looks, how the text and your graphics has a big part of that. And even when you're not working a 9 to 5 in your business, how you look, how people see you, and how you're represented also make up your collective brand as a whole. So you want that to be cohesive, whether it's you're using the same color scheme, the color boards, mood boards, things like that. Tip number 2, when you're working on your marketing for your branding for your businesses, as a creative, you want to develop 5 keywords that you want to be known for. So you're looking at the words that you want to be known for, whether that's high-end, boho chic, whether you want to be known for a luxury real estate agent or a working home mom. Having 5 specific words or phrases that you want to be known for and being able to stick to those words, because let's say you want to be a high-end boutique. So that's luxury, that's elegance, that's top tier clients or things like that. But the way your marketing looks like you're marketing towards a ratchet group. The words and the images that you have may not match. So sometimes you have to go back to the drawing board and see what you're putting out and who you're trying to bring in as clients. I stopped chasing clients. It's become so much easier to allow the people that was attracted to my work come to me. So having those words made a difference in who I was servicing. I stopped chasing people like, oh, work with me, work with me. And then I would end up working with people that I didn't want to work with, who didn't see my value, who wasn't used to paying for a tailor. So when I went back to the drawing board to rebrand my logo, the colors that I was using, the events that I was going to, I had to go back to the drawing board and say, who exactly is my client? Who is my audience? Who am I reaching out to? Who do I want to come to me every day? And who I was wanting to come to me and who was actually coming was 2 different people. it made a difference in the energy. It made a difference in the amounts that I was charging, and it made a difference in my whole mindset. So tip number 3, promote your uniqueness in a way that solves problems and serves your audience. There's a difference between a loyal customer and a repeat customer. A repeat customer may come back and forth to you because you're cheap, your prices, you have discounts. A lot of times, a loyal customer will fuck with you regardless, whether you cheap, expensive, whether you're going out of business, no matter what. And there's a difference, but most brands have repeat customers because, like GM and Ford companies, they would do buyback incentives. And when they stopped doing those buyback incentives, people stopped buying as many of those cars because they were used to them offering a sale or offering something for free. So when you're promoting your uniqueness, I'm one of the very few only stylists that style, also a doula. So even when I'm dealing with women in business and they're talking about their relationships and they're talking about wanting to get pregnant, not only can I style it, but I can sew it, do the alterations, and help you with conception and help you with the holistic lifestyle. Not a lot of people do that. So I took all the things that I knew how to do, marketing, Googling, just the things that I spent time doing. I'm a tech geek, and I took that and applied it to my own brand and became a blogger. And then from there, I became a writer. And then from there, a lot of the opportunities that I had was just based off the stuff that I like doing. So I promoted my uniqueness. I promoted the fact that I'm all for Black brands working together. I promoted the fact that I was all for women in business working together as women of color, because it's something that's not really promoted like in recent years, yeah, but most times it would be every other genre of person that you would see on the magazines covers, and it would always be everything except for us and our culture. So I wanted to promote the uniqueness and the beauty and the history of just our culture, even moving away from uncarved fabrics and things like that and to doing more beadwork and just adding who I was to my brand made a difference. So when you're a unique person in your business, you stand out from everybody else who just want to fit in. You're not so cookie cutter, and it makes people remember you. 9 times out of 10, when we go to networking events and marketing events, everybody does this card dash and run. You go and you spend a couple of $100s to get in, and they have your breakfast, your lunch, and you sit around at the tables, and you'll see people come around and they throw their card at you and they walk off. I hated that. Everybody's card looked the same, and by the end of the night, when you get ready to go home, your same rectangle card was in a pile with the other ones, and it never really stood out. So I started doing colors. I started doing gold edging. I started doing circle cards. I started doing all these different things just to make sure my business, even my business cards, didn't look the same as everyone else's. Standing out is a beautiful thing, and a lot of people, they felt like in business women should be the same. Like we had to, when working at Macy's, you had to wear the same all Black uniform. Well, even with your uniform and working for retail companies, not everyone's body is made the same. So working on when I started building my own brand, I wanted to make clothes that fit women of different sizes and different shapes, because I understand how hard it is to find clothes for a pear shape, meaning all of your weight is from your waist down. It's kind of hard to find pants and skirts, and that was how I started sewing. I couldn't fit into the pants. Like I was buying Joe's jeans, and jeans that was upwards of $200 a pop, but I couldn't fit them. They wasn't made for me. They wasn't made for girls with hips, curves, or no type of body. So it was very hard to find clothes that even fit me. So I started sewing my own. Tip number 4, plan out your year based on what excites you. As a new brand or a brand that's looking to be more innovative and more vital in your niche, look for events where your voice, your point of view is different but needed. There are TED Talks, that 15-minute talks on something in your specialty. There are IMAC conferences, there's the Magic Conference, there's Bronner Brothers. There's all kinds of events around within your niche that you could be a keynote speaker, even a breakout session, like going to these people and reaching out to the people who are actually hosting these or hosting them yourself. When you reach out to people, I would suggest being in the groups first, going to groups where you see them, or even checking them on Twitter. A lot of brands that I worked with over time, Chase, Macy's, Nordstrom, Saks, I started working with them or building with them on Twitter and LinkedIn. And then it would be word of mouth. I used to work with this lady called Gail Bronner out of Houston, and she was looking for dressers, like people just to dress models. That's how I started working for Saks. Even with that, I always saw the differences between what I brought to the table and what they normally did. So I first started out giving them suggestions on how they can make their fashion shows a little bit better. And then I started doing my own, because sometimes when you're unique, people tend to not want to use your expertise as much, or they'll try to covet you and then give themselves the credit, and then you're the one coming up with the idea. So I always wanted to promote my brand first in a way that works for me, because making Saks successful, that's cool, and you get paid, but it's a different type of pay scale when you work for yourself and you're working on and you understand the ins and outs of branding your own brand, because that's generational money instead of paycheck to paycheck. It's a different mindset. I never wanted to be in a situation where I was always building everyone else's brand and then my brand is suffering. So I wanted to put myself and show women in business how to position themselves to build their brand and to help other people build. So it's more of a community effort as opposed to me. Tip number 5, be noticeable and develop your signature look for your brand. I suggest people when they're starting out, like right now, I'm scheduling closet organizations, going through and doing personal, just cleaning out the closet, taking all the stuff that does not work for your body shape, telling you what your body shape is if you don't know, bra fittings, and then going with people to shop for things that fit them at stores that actually cater to their specific thing, whether it's maternity, big and tall, petite. If you're under 5'4", you're petite. And wearing regular clothes, they're not made for you, so they won't fit as well. If you're over 5'7", you should probably be moving more towards big and tall. And there's plus, and then there's misses. There's all of those things, all of these different categories that women fit in, but most people just go to the mall or order online, and it makes it harder to find clothes that fit. There are still some women who are 30, 40, and 50 years old shopping in the junior section and wondering why their clothes don't fit. Not to make anyone feel bad. Just because you're petite does not mean allergies. Just because you're petite doesn't mean you can't find a cohesive wardrobe within your budget, if you have one, that fits your body shape. There's also having a tailor on hand is like clutch. Having someone to take your pants and dresses and things in and out, and to do your hems or make you custom clothing is a beautiful thing, especially when you're looking to be more professional. By professional, I don't mean suits all the time, because some people don't like to wear suits. Some people don't like to wear heels. So when you're looking for clothing and you're developing your brand, go for the 10 pieces that you like wearing the most, and then build your brand's uniform around that. Meaning, if you are a real estate agent and you don't want to wear a suit, well, what are the 10 pieces that you most commonly wear for your business or your lifestyle? So if you are work from home and you're a broker and you have your own thing, what do you want to wear? What colors resonate with you? I also, when helping people build their brand, I also do color therapy or color analysis. I'll go from the colors that they like and then where their energy is. So it's also energy work for me. I take those things and I come up with logos and help them create logos for their brands. So if you would like to schedule a consultation, the link is down below. If you have questions, drop them below, and be on the lookout for the newsletter and the class that's on Wednesday, where the gurus drop tips and tools and things like that that'll help you move your brand forward. I hope you learned something. Once again, I'm Tina Cannon, owner of Jaded Kisses Designs, and have a happy Monday, guys. Thank you. Peace.